Fix my hair.
Dude, there's no.
The Every Point Sports Podcast featuring Greg and Jack starts right now.
Back again, week 11. I am Jack Stash Fantasy Farm Swords. We've got the Old Gamer GK with us. Greg, it is week 11. I shouldn't even be introducing us because we are winning every week. Another 9-3 week. Look it, don't pick our 3 losses. Judge us by the wins.
No, judge us by our losses. That was Buffalo. I mean, how the hell does Buffalo lose that game?
You know,
like everybody and their mother was on Buffalo. Listen, I told you not to take the points. Rewind the tape. I said, watch the points. I didn't take the points. I took Buffalo with the money line because I had them in a large parlay that I got screwed out of $210. But we won't talk about that. Anyways.
Can we talk about the fact that Josh Allen looked hungover? I'll do it.
Can we talk about how Josh Allen is holding on to the seconds 2.5 seconds longer this year than last year?
That's a lot of time.
He's waiting too long for the big play instead of checking it down, doing what they're supposed to be doing, hitting that short pass, and then taking those plays when they're there. He's just trying to do too much. And it's sad because they did pay Cooks a good chunk of money. And when they do give him the ball, he runs the ball very well, but they rushed 10 times, I think, last week. I think that's what it was. 10 times he rushed the ball.
Yeah, well, that's what you do when you know you took the whole team out till 5 a.m. You heard it here. Sometimes the ladies in Miami do their job to help their team out a little bit. That's all I'm saying, because he looked like me on the sideline when I was 18 years old on a Monday after I licked a bottle of Jack Daniels. That's look at. He just wasn't himself. I know that's how you look like when you're hungover and dripping sweat after you didn't work very hard. I mean, it's fine. Every athlete has their time off, but you gotta at least look like, I hear people talk about how Baker looked last week. 273 yards and 3 touchdowns does not look like what Josh Allen looked like. Josh Allen looked like he just got in at 5 a.m., took a nap, walked to the field, and here we're going to win the game.
Buffalo was never in that game. Tampa at least was sniffing it at some point. It was just too much for him. That was another one of my losses. I forget what the third loss was. That was a slam dunk that we loved. That was a nice favorite. Of course, I lost with my Niners, but I said, don't listen to me. Pick him with my heart. I said that. Did I not? Even my buddy Nick called me out on it. He's like, "Oh, how about those Niners? You lost on them." I'm like, "I told you, I'm picking with my heart."
You did tell
listen to me.
You did tell our audience to go with me on that one. You did.
Yes, I did. But I went with my Niners. All right.
Well,
they proved me wrong. And let's face it, Mac Jones looked good. He did. He completed 81% of his passes. I mean, he looked good. That defense just couldn't stop anybody. Again, Stafford did whatever he wanted. Out of context. No, it wasn't out of context. No, it wasn't.
And so, but hold on. This is why I want to do this. And we can get here, I think, at this point. And it's not going to be the greatest agreement from you, but San Francisco's not a Super Bowl team. They're not.
No, but they're a playoff team.
Yeah, they should.
They are a playoff team.
You know what? I don't know.
No, they are.
I know. I don't know if they're going to make it out of there. That's all I'm saying. Seattle and Los Angeles are humming along.
They already beat Seattle once. They beat the Rams once, so they'll split that out. They should be Arizona today, which that will be a sweep of them. They've won the easiest schedules left in the league.
Let's get to that docket.
All right. On that note, let's see. We got the right now is going on. We got the Washington Commanders at the Miami Dolphins. Currently, the Dolphins are giving 2.5 over under 32.5. I actually took the Dolphins on this game. We'll see what happens. Mariota's kind of looking kind of good. What did he say? My part was not you. You did say don't take it. All right, there we go. I
Yeah.
did say don't take it. All right. First game on the docket, we got the Green Bay Packers at the coachless New York Giants. Packers are giving 7.5. Over under is 41.5. The Packers are negative 440 on the money line, and the Giants are plus 340 on the money line.
Let me just do this. I am so glad that the New York Giants fired Brian Dable because
Yeah, but he might be a Penn State guy now.
yeah, well, I'm so glad. Yeah,
Rumors.
I know.
Rumors.
That I'm
Rumors right now. Just
so
saying.
glad that they fired Brian Dable because all he's done is the same thing. Hey, there we go, Kelly. Yeah, look at this guy, huh? I'm so glad that he got fired because he did the same thing to Russell Wilson twice, right? And Russell Wilson, was given no plays at the end of that game and they lost. You don't do that when you're up by 10. You can do that if you're trying to transition quarterbacks. If you clearly don't like the guy, it's fine. But this isn't about this is about winning games for the New York Football Giants franchise. If you're a child, you have to go. So now Brian Dable will get to do at least for a little while his favorite thing, which is sitting home and jamming pizzas in his fat mouth. Because I think it's what he's best at. Jackson Dart will get a new coach next year, and that's when the New York Football Giants relieve Lane Kiffin of his duties at Ole Miss and hire his guy from college. That's coming very soon.
What's his name? Kaufman, right?
Yeah.
Coaching tonight.
Yeah.
Former quarterback in the NFL. Pretty good pretty good college quarterback, if I remember correctly. I do remember the name, so that's why I say he had to have been somewhat of a decent quarterback in college. This game here scares me a little bit. One, I like the first game from an interim coach. Two, right here, what he just said. Finally, Jameis gets his time. I like Jameis Winston today. I really do. I like him against that Green Bay defense that really they haven't showed up too much. That offense seems pretty stagnant. This could be a very good upset game for the Green Bay Packers going into New York. I'm kind of leaning towards the Giants here.
I love
especially 7.5.
I love Jameis Winston if he was getting tools. He's getting a toolbox, but he's going to open it up and find no tools. Okay, he's got barely any running game.
But listen. In that retrospect, though, think about it. The Giants have had the lead in 3 of these games that they lost, and they've had it pretty far into the quarter, so they have enough tools there to at least get a lead. We're blaming the coach a lot. Like, let's see if that's truly what it is.
His number one wide receiver this week. His number one, right. But here's the thing: his number one wide receiver is Darius Slayton, who's got a bad hamstring. That's right off the bat. So his most talented guy on the field is Wan'Dale Robinson. Okay, I like him as a 3. He's going to be it's going to be Wan'Dale Robinson and Theo Johnson, and I just don't think that Jameis Winston's going to have. He hasn't played. He hasn't gotten a snap. And I actually believe that he hasn't played and they made him a 3rd string quarterback, because if you made him 2nd string or you made him the starter, he could have played that well and outplayed a Jackson Dart. And obviously this New York Giants team only wants their Jackson Dart to look good. And since Jackson Dart isn't playing and this is an interim coach, he's just playing out the rest of his paycheck. It's not like he's going to get the coaching job. He's not playing for a coaching job. That's when we think of interim coaches and we talk about them doing, maybe they'll be playing for the coach. Not going to be the coach. Don't get your hopes up. I think Green Bay can come in and slam them.
It's happened, though. It's happened more than you think.
It has, but it's
not. I mean, Pierce is a prime example for the Raiders, how that happened.
It is.
The players start playing for a particular coach, then they get false hope on that coach, and then the next year, they don't seem to do as well because it wears off. The most popular person is always the backup quarterback the second in charge other than the coach, whether it's the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, assistant coach, whoever's the next in charge from the head coach. They're always the most popular people in the locker room because they're not the most they don't have to be the most disciplinarian person there.
I'm not a big spreads guy. I think there's all the tricks in 5.5s and 3.5s all the time. I think Green Bay will win this game 35-21. And I really do. I just think that, maybe Winston does get going in the second half because he starts drawing up plays in the dirt, and those things can happen with him. And he's going to throw, and he's going to have 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and that's Jameis Winston's career. And he doesn't have a clear-cut number 1 wide receiver, so he's going to be throwing it wherever he wants, whenever he wants. And I think that we're going to fall. I think it's a Jameis Winston trap, by the way. I think every time Winston has gotten an opportunity to string some starts together, they've set up a game plan for him. I just think that New York feels dead in the water here, and that's kind of the way they want it. Yeah, I'll take the Packers -7, believe it or not.
I am taking the Giants +7.5, and
it's
before
already
that
gone up, huh?
changes any, I am putting that in right now live.
Uh-oh, okay.
So, just did it. My bet is in. I like the 7.5.
Okay.
Green Bay has not played very well, not very well at all. No, yeah, absolutely. Winston will definitely throw an interception or 2, no doubt about it. But I just think that he plays more loose, more. I don't know. I think you're going to see a different Giants team. That's all I'm saying.
I do, and Jameis Winston's always been a 3-point guy in the past, and for it to be a 7-point spread, I feel like it's Jameis Winston trap. Everybody's sitting there going, "Oh, I'm getting 7 with Jameis," and I just can't. I won't get on board. I think it's a trap.
I don't know if a lot of people are thinking that. I think we're thinking that because we know football. That's what I think.
We'll
I think. I mean, it's 7.5 for a reason. Most people are on Green Bay.
Yeah, and it's going higher. Which means more people like the 7.
Which I love getting 7.5. I love getting over a touchdown in this game. But anyway, all right. Next, we disagree on that one. You like the Packers. I like the Giants. I don't like the Giants to win. I like the Giants with the 7.5. But let me tell you though, it wouldn't surprise me to see the Giants pull the upset here. It really wouldn't.
My prediction on the game's 35-21.
He's coming for those crab legs.
Oh my God, he'll never live that down. And
Dude, worst. How could you? You can't.
The worst part.
That's like Sanchez with the butt fumble. Like he'll never live that down.
Actually, Sanchez was probably thinking that was going to be a career low light, but he's topped that once again.
Oh, I know. Tell me about it.
I think I'll beat up an old guy and steal his car while I'm hammered. Wait, isn't that like the butt fumble? No, it's not.
No. All right, next.
Winston's crab leg story. He actually, real quick, he actually, that's like one of the things that he did. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. Like he has done worse things at college.
I know you do. I know you. He is an FSU fan. They won yesterday. My Bama did not. Pissed me off. All right, next we got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers are giving 5.5. Over under is 48.5. Bengals are at +205 money line. Steelers are at -250 money line. It really depends on what Steelers defense we're going to get again, but I'm going to take the Steelers here. I'm going to take the money line. I'm not touching the 5.5. Flacco has been throwing that rock around and throwing it around very well. But again, the Bengals defense can't stop anybody. So I have no faith in them at all. I will take the Steelers on the money line.
Yeah, I love the Steelers on the money line. No team has seen more of Joe Flacco than the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike Tomlin, I mean, you might as well just walk to the opposite sideline and just hang out with him. He knows him pretty well. Our RIP goes out to the Rooney kid. One of the Rudies, I believe it was Matthew Rooney, 51 years old. One of the grandsons passed away last night.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And I don't mean to like bring that into our betting argument here, but I do think that adds a little bit more fuel to Pittsburgh's side, especially being a home game. If you guys don't believe in that, then go to sleep. But that stuff matters a little bit. I'm sure there'll be an inspired conversation in the Pittsburgh locker room, maybe by one of the Rooneys and Tomlin alike. I love Pittsburgh on the money line. Don't touch the points. They've been moving on.
At 5.5 is that's sketchy for me. That's why I'm not touching it. I mean, if you want to do anything other than the money line, the over is only 48.5. I mean, both of these teams can score. So,
Yeah.
All right, next we got the Chargers at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Chargers are giving 3. Over under is 43.5. Chargers are -155. Jags are at +130. This if you would have showed me this game in the beginning of the season, I would have been like, crap game. But the way the Jags have been playing, and they've been playing well. They made a trade at the trade deadline to get better. I don't know how that Chargers line is going to hold up. Is Alt back? Is he healthy? There's the Chargers. Their only deficit is their line. If their line is healthy, they're one of the best teams in the NFL. If their line is not healthy, they're not. They're probably not even playoff worthy. They're too Herbert dependent.
So some of the best wide receivers in NFL history, right? You've got we'll say Jerry Rice is probably on the list, right? Terrell Owens or however probably on the list. Just follow me for a minute. Probably Terrell Owens or Terrell Owens, however he likes to pronounce it. Randy Moss, Chris Carter, Calvin Johnson, Megatron for some of you younger viewers. Those are some of the, if I missed names, forgive me. I'm just trying to real quick. I don't think you'll see Jacoby Myers anywhere on that list, right? We could both land there. He's a nice wide receiver. He's not an all-timer. Unfortunately, he's the number 1 in Jacksonville. Brian Thomas Jr. is out. Travis Hunter is done for the year. And I don't think Trevor Lawrence can make wide receivers. I think he can ruin them, but I don't think he can make them. And although you said that the Chargers are a little banged up walking into this matchup, I've got to land on your Harbaugh. Yeah, right. He's out for the season.
Is
right?
he?
So maybe, but Jacksonville's super banged up, and I don't believe in Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence won a game by falling over twice and then finding his way running into the end zone earlier on this year. I'm not a big Trevor Lawrence guy. I don't think he could do what Baker Mayfield has done in Tampa with less weapons. I just believe that the Chargers will find a way here. Spreads -2. You said it's gone to -3.
Yeah, -3.
There's not a lot here. I think that for whatever reason, we've tried to keep this line away from people so they can't bet it all week.
I mean, the money line's only -155. If you like the Chargers, there's still enough meat there to make a little bit of money.
I don't understand it. I know it's in Jacksonville, but like, what do you want?
Listen, Jacksonville is playing a lot better ball than you and I are giving them credit for. The media out there isn't jumping on them either. But if I watched them twice, played it 2 times this year, once was against my Niners, of course. And both times, like, they surprised me how they look. They play complementary football. All 3 phases of the game they play. Their defense is very, very underrated. And Lawrence, as long as he doesn't make those stupid plays, their offense can move the ball.
God, I wish I wanted. I almost would rather Liam Cohen as my quarterback than Trevor Lawrence. It's not great, and he drives him crazy. And I think that, depending on the conversation at the end of the year, because I think there's gonna be one. I don't think Trevor's going to be in Jacksonville very long. I think he's going to be passed off. Arizona could be a landing spot. I just don't think Liam Cohen's going to live with this. As we've seen with McDaniels, he made Tua good for a couple years, but I don't think Liam Cohen's going to want to marry his NFL coaching career to Trevor Lawrence. That'll be something to monitor in the offseason.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see about how they end up being, if they're going to be attached at the hip or not. Lawrence is still young enough to where I think a coach can mold them. It's just whether or not Lawrence's head is in it, whether or not his heart is in the game. And to me, so far in his NFL career, I think he reminds me of that kid in high school that is so damn talented he doesn't do it. He doesn't work at it at all. Like, he's just talented. and he goes to all these parties, and he doesn't, he doesn't go to the
Yeah, bro.
gym. He does nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's like
And
that.
and
bro.
what's that?
He's like this. He's like, yeah, bro.
Yeah. Like that guy. Like throughout his whole life, he gets by with talent until he hits people with equal talent, and he's like, "Oh crap, I have to work." Well, I really don't want to. I'll just kind of drift. That's kind of what I get from Lawrence.
Yeah.
So we'll see what we get from him. Again, listen, the Jags have been playing way better football than I thought they were going to, but I will go with the Chargers here. Money line's only 155. I'll probably take them in a parlay. I'm not. See that line, man. That line. Go with my gut. Chargers. All right, next we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Buffalo Bills. Bucks are getting 6 points. Over under is 46.5. Money lines plus 230. Over under is negative 285. Buffalo's pretty much in a must-win situation this game, but they have Kincaid out and Keenan Coleman out, both on offense.
Yeah, well, Coleman missed a meeting.
So,
Coleman missed a meeting on Friday, so he's sitting.
Yep.
That's a little interesting to me because that, to me, does McDermott have this team, right? Because last week I said Allen looked hungover.
I said that before.
I said Allen looked hungover. There's a lot of things here going on, right? Allen looked hungover. Maybe he wasn't. I think he still was. Now Keon Coleman, after a bad loss, misses a Friday meeting. That's not player. That's a young player that a coach doesn't have. And McDermott better be very careful because, again, as I stated before, this was James Franklin's job before McDermott. He took the Penn State job. Now he's sitting out there for free, or they'll have to pay the rest of his contract. But if McDermott doesn't get it done this year, I think Franklin could be right into that position. Franklin, regardless of what people think, he really gets the team. He gets you moving. He gets the team. Walked into
Froze.
a bad Penn State situation. Oh, back? Yeah.
Yep, back. Yep, you're back.
All right. So yeah. So whether people like Franklin or not, he walked into living rooms with a tough organization on his back and went, "It's not going to be that way. I'm going to make sure of it." And he did for years. They only won 10 games. Stop it. He won 10 games at a tough school.
They were given the death program. 99% of the coaches you brought into that situation could not do the job James Franklin did. His hands were handcuffed. As many handcuffs as you could put on a person, he was given. The stigma of what happened there. You got taken away. Pretty much every scholarship that could be taken away from you. Yep. You're not bowl eligible to do nothing. What kid wants to go to a school where they're not able to go to a ball game or can't even try to go to a ball game? You know what I mean? He was handcuffed and he turned that program around. He really did.
As much as it breaks my heart to say this, though, is what I'm going to. I take Buffalo on the money line, and this is why you take Buffalo on the money line. Not because they need to win or because McDermott's going to save his job or it's even in jeopardy. You're not going to do that. The injuries for Tampa Bay have now pushed all the way up. I believe, and they won't tell you right now, and he'll never tell you, Baker Mayfield's playing hurt. I understand that they were running a quarterback spy in Detroit. You do have to understand, as I believe it, Detroit beat him up pretty well. And then he played against the New England team. And I think he's got a groin issue because the players that have piled onto his back while he's just trying to get the ball out, and he doesn't go down, but he also doesn't squat 400. He also doesn't squat 1,400 pounds, which is the type of players he's got, and he's throwing off him constantly. And I think there's a partial tear in that groin. I don't know. I have no information. They're not going to release any medicals, and he won't say it. But if you watch the way he throws the ball, he can only throw a certain way. He rips it and tears. And I believe that there's a little bit of groin issue, and that if he can skate by these next couple weeks without any injury, they can manage it.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's injured. I don't think you're going to see the same Baker Mayfield. And unfortunately, Buffalo will win in Buffalo.
Yeah, I like Buffalo here. The Tampa Bay's going all the way from Florida all the way up to New York, long travel. In Buffalo, cold. And like I said, like you just pointed out,
I just think
Bucks have a lot of injuries. Bills, that concerns me with Kincaid out. But maybe their other tight ends could pick it up. I forget what their names was. One of them was actually their starter before Kincaid got there. Can't.
oh,
His
it's
name's
Knox. It's Dawson Knox.
Knox. Thank you, Knox. So he is a capable NFL tight end. So yeah, I'm with you. I like the Bills here. To me, I'm picking them because it's a must-win situation for them. If they win this game, it's like 80-something% chance they make the playoffs. If they don't win, it drops all the way into the 40s.
Our
So
job
this
is
is
to give
pretty
the
much
viewers the winner, right?
What's that?
Our job is to give the viewers of this channel, of these networks, right, that we're both a part of.
Yeah.
It's our job to protect and make sure that they make money. I'm a Tampa fan. I'm a Mayfield guy, but there's too much chatter that he might have an injury. There's too much of it. And if there's too much of it, and Tampa Bay's done a really good job keeping it under wraps, unlike the Cleveland Clown organization that were like, yeah, he's got like 8 injuries, kill him. I think he might have a couple lingering issues, based on the beating he's already taken.
Yeah. All right. Yep. I like Buffalo here. I'm taking them on the money line. Next, we got the Texans at the Tennessee Titans. Over under is let's see. Oh, sorry. Texans are giving 5.5. Over under is 37.5. Money line is negative 265 to the Texans, plus 215 to the Titans. CJ Stroud is still out with a concussion. Mills is going to play. Mills looked good late last week when I think we were texting back and forth last week. I told you I took the Texans when they were down.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I put a $5 bet in. I won $35. On one game, I was like, yeah, well, I think the Texans are going to come back here. Like, I just don't see them getting crushed. So I was like, yeah, why not? So I did. Nice little win right there. Imagine if I would have put a little bit more than $5 on it, what could have happened. But anyways, I do like the Texans here. The Titans are a shell of themselves of what they could be. Good old Mikey Hess. Go Birds. Go Birds. We'll get to that game. So what do you think? Right now, we are on the Houston Texans. I like the Texans. Again, the Titans are the Titans. They're not going to win too much. They're going to have the number 1 pick in the draft. So yeah, I'm going to go with the CJ Stroud-less Texans this week.
The problem is that Cam Ward's a stupid quarterback. He's real athletic. He can make all the plays and all the throws. But, we were absolutely destroying Caleb Williams for what he looked like last year. And I don't hear anything about Cam Ward. Cam Ward's worse. Yeah. Cam Ward is worse than Will Levis ever was. And what you did was, instead of getting behind your quarterback in Will Levis, you went, well, this quarterback didn't work. Let's use our scheme for another quarterback. And you didn't even evaluate the guy correctly. He had 8-second pockets in Miami, which you got 2-second pockets at Tennessee. Maybe what you should have done was draft a couple tackles for Levis to at least have a chance back there. What was his number 1 target? Calvin Ridley's not a number 1. I mean, you did nothing for the man. And now he's going to be out of there. He'll be in another organization in a year and a half, Will Levis, and you're going to be stuck with Cam Ward. Oh, my God. It's misery in Tennessee. Country music is beautiful. The football team is awful. Take the Texans.
Yeah, like I said, I'm with the Texans too. The one thing I will say about the Titans is they are a young team. They will have the first pick in the draft, which they do not need a quarterback because they just picked one this past year. All right, I know. Hear me out. All right. So therefore, they'll trade that pick away for a quarterback needy team, Saints maybe, something like that. Pick up a couple more draft picks, and then that's what we'll see what will happen. Can they draft a wide receiver? Can they draft a line? Can they draft? I mean, their defenses are right. Like, they need some weapons on offense. Let's see what they can do in the draft. They're a young team. Let's see what they can do. They suck this year. Yes, they do. I am with you with Cam Ward right now. I was the biggest doubter of Caleb out there from the time he came in when he played for USC. I was the biggest doubter, but he's playing a lot better. He's starting to make me eat my hat. So let's just see what Cam can do with some people around him. Let's see what they can do building that team another year.
I'm gonna tell you what, with Cam, if I was in a room full of hats, if I was sitting and I was a salesperson at Lids, all of those hats would be protected. I would never have to eat any hats talking about Cam Ward. Not once on the planet. Caleb Williams, I've seen it a couple times at college at least. Cam Ward, I was just sitting there going, you know what, man, I could probably dump off to the running back. I mean, that's 8 seconds. That's 6 seconds. Maybe I can't push the ball down the field. But when you have all that time behind a line, oh, he's in a dogfight against Syracuse. What?
Again, I don't put that all on him because look at Miami this year. They don't have Cam Ward. They lost 2 times this year. They lost once as to a non-ranked team as the number 1 team in the country.
Yeah.
So I kind of put that on the coach. Let's see what Cam Ward could do with an actual NFL coach. He does have some talent. He showed it. Let's just see what happens. If he doesn't, he's just another quarterback that went in with the first overall pick that didn't pan out.
Yeah.
And Tennessee has to start over.
They're going to call it.
My point is this year being as bad as they are with a rookie quarterback, they can get some more weapons, is what I mean. All right. Next, we got the Chicago Bears at the Minnesota Vikings. Bears are at +3. Over-under is 47.5. Bears are at +124. Vikings are at -148. I don't know what to make of this Bears team. 1 minute I like them, the next minute like they just disappoint me. I really don't know. The Vikings are up and down. McCarthy 1 week he's looking like an NFL quarterback, and then last week he looks like he's like a deer in headlights.
Yeah. McCarthy.
You know what that means? You don't touch this game.
Yeah, but you probably don't. You probably don't touch this game. But you know what? I think Chicago's a little banged up. New York hit them hard last week. I watched the game. Chicago's, DJ Moore's a little banged up. DeAndre Swift, a little banged up, looks better, but he's got nagging injuries. Chicago's got a little bit of, by the way, their defense is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense is terrible. So, and they got a little help last week too, right? So Jackson Dart decided he thought he was back in the SEC and he could just run all over the place. Knocked his head off the ground a little too hard. And then his hard-headed idiot coach now doesn't have a job anymore. Bears all the way. Look, if you're a Bears fan, you should be proud because the organization's heading the right direction. I just think this might be a spot. Don't nail me. I know you're a Bears fan. But let's be honest, this might be a spot. You're playing in Minnesota. That defense does fly around. They were embarrassed last week. With Baltimore they played. Baltimore needed to get that game.
I like Baltimore there.
Yeah, Baltimore needed to get that game. McCarthy.
Yeah, we were all over Baltimore that game.
We were. But I think McCarthy, after he makes mistakes, remember he's a Michigan man. So Vikings at home with Jefferson going over 150 plus. I'm going to tell you something. Listen, I made a great fantasy football trade this week. I'm going to brag for 2 seconds because it is Fantasy Farm Sports as well. In my other league. Oh, Steelers. All right, you're a Steelers fan, but you like the Bears. All right, that's fine. Hey, listen. To each his own. They're both great franchises, but I traded DeAndre Swift for Justin Jefferson in my other league.
How the hell did you pull that off?
Oh, that's what everybody's saying because I am a deal maker. That's what I am. No,
yeah, you slipped money under the table is what I think happened.
I did not. Somebody has
Listen, so somebody once told me $20 is $20.
Somebody has been this dude that I know, he's been furious about Justin Jefferson all week. So I sat there on Thursday night and I had Travion Henderson on my bench, right? And I went, I wonder, he's been really mad about Justin Jefferson. I'll offer DeAndre Swift for Justin Jefferson straight up. He went, yeah, right now. I went, oh my God. So I started Travion Henderson, benched DeAndre Swift, and now I have Justin Jefferson starting.
All right.
Let's go, Vikings. Come on. Let's put one on the board. I got the Vikings today. Money line. I think they win by 2. McCarthy brings them back late. He learned a little something last week, maybe, from all those exotic blitzes. Chicago secondary is a little banged up. Justin Jefferson does get going this week. I really believe in it. That's why I made the trade. I think they'll win by 2-ish. Come from behind. McCarthy gets smart. He's a Michigan man. I try to trade for Jefferson, but the person who has him can't even find a competent team. Who is that? Who's got Justin Jefferson?
That would be me. I'm not giving Justin Jefferson up for
Oh,
scrubs. I mean, I'm not
can't
dumb.
I can't. I read that right to you. I didn't mean. I didn't know you, Jefferson. It's been a tough year.
We got Vikings lose. I got a friendly bet already. Okay.
Okay.
I am leaning towards the Vikings here if I had to. But the Vikings overall, I think, have a better team. The only thing that's holding them back is what they shouldn't have done is get rid of Sam Darnold. Is their quarterback. That's right now is what's holding them back. He can't get the ball to Justin Jefferson. He can't. He seems to have a little bit of rapport with Addison. But you need Jefferson if you're going to go anywhere in this league. And we'll see. We'll see. I do like the Vikings a little bit here. I am not touching the game, though. Again, this is a division game. Division game, anything could happen this game.
By the way, I just want to real quick. The crowd participation today has really brought the energy up in this room. This live betting. I'm so proud of everybody chiming in and taking shots and making their picks and all these other things. Sometimes it's just me and Greg, and that's great in itself. But having the audience bark, I like some barking. Let's move on to the next game. I'm excited now. This is
next. All right, so we're both. You like the Vikings. I'm leaning towards the Vikings.
I do.
Next, we got the Carolina Panthers at the Atlanta Falcons. Panthers are at are getting 4.5. Over under is 42.5. Vikings Carolina's at plus 180. Atlanta is at negative 218. I think both of these teams are playing better ball. Let me see what Hess has to say. The O-line Minnesota makes it tough for them to stay consistent. Yeah, but it's not knowing where to go with the ball right away with JJ. I think that's making him hold on to the ball a little bit too long. So we'll hopefully he'll be able to see the field a little bit better as he gets more and more experience. Okay, back to this game. I like Carolina here, by the way. I'm getting 4.5. I'm taking that 4.5. Even if Atlanta wins here, it's probably going to be only by three points. But Carolina's playing very, very, for Carolina, good ball.
Yeah.
They started, I thought they weren't going to be very good this year. They started out a little rough, but they've been playing good ball recently. Atlanta they're spotty. 1 week they play good, the next week they don't. 1 week they play good, the next week they don't. 1 week they beat Buffalo, the next week they can't beat the Niners. You know what I mean? So, like, what team are you getting with them? I think Carolina's been a little bit more consistent. I think Atlanta has the more talented team, but I think Carolina's been more consistent. So I'm going to stay with the more consistent team, getting 4.5 points here.
Okay. I like that whole thesis is perfect. And for that reason, I'm going to take Atlanta on the money line. I think this, so the line was 3.5. It's moved to 4.5. Like you have said, Carolina won't stay Drake London for the way. Yeah, that might be, and there's that's probably true. Drake London's a tough mismatch.
He is a tough match for anybody.
He's a tough matchup. So the way I'm looking at it,
you're freezing up.
Yeah. Am I back? Yeah, good.
Yeah, you're looking like Max Hedren if anybody remembers him.
I'll take it. My internet's been spotty all day. I'll take Atlanta on the money line.
Okay, I'm taking Carolina getting 4.5. I'm not touching the money line. I'll just take the 4.5. Next, we got the Seattle, probably the game of the year. So this right here, Seattle Seahawks at LA Rams. Seattle's getting 3 points. Over under is 48.5. Seattle's at plus 142 money line. Rams are at negative 170 money line. This is two very, very good teams. I am leaning towards the Rams. That's probably who I am going to take today. Seattle, they're playing very good football, playing very complimentary football. I just think when it comes down to it, McVay's going to be the deciding factor in this game. And when he has Stafford, I mean, they always have a chance.
If you guys just saw me on my phone, it was because I was betting my house on the Rams. And just in case you're wondering, I do like Seattle. I like a lot of things they're doing. Sam Darnold's had a great year. He's impressed me a lot. But let's not pretend like they haven't gotten teams in good spots, right? They had Washington. They got them at a good spot. Like they've played against Mariota and Brissett in the past couple weeks, right? And it wasn't meant to be that way when the NFL did the schedule, but that's what they got when they got it.
If I remember correctly, they've played 4 backup quarterbacks.
So the defense is awesome against high school quarterbacks at this point, maybe Division II college, but they don't, if you're not getting the reps, you can spin it, but you're not getting the timing, so on and so forth. I like Matty Stafford as the MVP. You guys can love Drake May all you want, but I do believe that the Rams are going to find some way to get this done. I took them on the money line. Don't get cute. They're at home. If they were in Seattle, it may be a different story. Not much.
That might sway me a little bit to the other side, because these two teams are very, very good teams. Again, with Seattle meeting 4 backup quarterbacks, that's not their fault. They still won those games and won them decisively. And that's the key point, is they won them decisively. So listen, we're not knocking them for that. We're just saying that the Rams seem more battle tested. And let's face it, I know the win-loss columns is what they are, but they had the Eagles. They had them. All right, next. So Jack and I both like the Rams here on the money line. Next,
11 minutes to kick off. Let's fly.
Next, we got the San Francisco 49ers at the Arizona Cardinals. Niners are getting 3.5. Over/under is 48.5. Money line, -192 for the Niners, plus 160 for the Arizona Cardinals. Niners do have Brock Purdy back this week, and Ricky Pearsall, which is huge. Ricky Pearsall. Not so much Brock Purdy, because Mac Jones has filled in brilliantly. So much to where, like, I'm a Bama fan, so I'm rooting for Mac. I'm a Purdy fan, but I wouldn't be hurt if they went with Mac. Like, I don't, call me crazy. But anyways, the big news is what?
You're
crazy? Yeah, I know. Pearsall's back. That's huge for this offense. Gives us another wide receiver, because Jennings has been just making mistakes upon mistakes. And guys, I just want to let you guys know. Last week, I text Jack both of these bets that I made. I'm sitting there watching the game with my girlfriend Joy and the boys, and we're watching the game. I'm like, oh, Jennings just made a mistake. Jennings just made another mistake. Oh, he just made another mistake. I'm like, oh, dude, they just need to bench him already. And Joy's like, yeah, bench him. And I'm like, you know what? And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, Jennings is that type of player that, and you guys will know this, like, there's that certain type of player, when they make a mistake, they just make that one, like, brilliant play. So I'm like, you know what? He's going to get a freaking touchdown. Watch. And I'm like this. I'm hurrying up with my thumbs trying to get the bet in. So I get the bet in, and within 3 minutes, touchdown Jennings. It's like, yes. All right. Good stuff. Rams get the ball. Blah, blah, blah happens. Niners get the ball. Robinson gets a few carries. I'm like, you know what? I think he's going to get a few goal line carries from McCaffrey. I'm like, it wouldn't surprise me if he got a touchdown at next drive. Really wouldn't surprise me. You guys know what happened? He got a touchdown next drive. So I made $36 off of a $6 bet in a matter of like 10 minutes. So I just thought I'd share that story. Mike Hess here is a troll, by the way. Cardinals all day, even without Kyler Murray. Listen, they're better without Kyler Murray. Way better with Brissett back there. I think they have a better chance with Brissett than they did with Kyler Murray against the Niners. It's just that we're getting another weapon back. I like the Niners here. Not betting with my heart, betting with my head and heart this week.
Yeah, you can start arguing that Arizona might want to start tanking the season for a little bit of position as far as getting a quarterback. Just wanted to get, Boomer Sooner.
Yeah,
Boomer Sooner. Yeah.
they lost. Yeah,
Wait,
my
that's
Bama
okay.
lost to them last week.
I'm down
last
for
night.
Boomer Sooners. I'm a Baker Mayfield guy. I'm okay with that. Are you okay with that?
No, I still. You know how much? I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I
All
could
right,
have won
Greg is not
a good
okay.
chunk of money last night.
Not
with
okay.
That game. Oh, fucking field goal. Why can't you make a 30-yard field goal? Why?
All right.
Why?
All right. Do we have a psychiatrist that's
Mike,
watching us?
you
We might.
know, why do you there goes
Oh,
my blood pressure.
he is not
All
okay.
right. All right. I am not okay. All right. So we both like the Niners here.
Yes.
Okay. Next, we got the Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns. Ravens are giving 7.5. Over under is 38.5. Ravens are at negative 470. Cleveland is at 360, plus 360. Jack, I'm going to let you take this, and I'm going to talk about what I think after you're done.
All right. I love I'm
Trigger
just going
comp.
to trigger a compass. All right. So I like the Browns here. I like the Browns here for 2
Oh,
reasons.
never mind. We're on the same page. Wow. All right. Now we're on the same page here. I thought we were going to have a total opposite pick here. Okay.
We like the Browns defense at home. That's where the strength is, right?
Yes.
And I want you guys to listen to this. I know we love Lamar Jackson. He's the best quarterback ever, but he's good when his legs are available. He's been dealing with a hamstring over the past 3 weeks. That's why you lost a little bit of him, and he came back and he was mobile. But I'm telling you that Cleveland defense will get after him. The number at 7.5, I don't love. I would love a little bit higher. You guys can buy points if you want to, but give me Cleveland with the points. How's that James Brown song go? I got a feeling.
Yeah. I'm not saying Cleveland's going to win this game. I'm not saying that. But I'm loving Cleveland with points. Getting anything but 7 or more, I love.
Drew Carey used to say Cleveland rocks.
That defense at home is night and day. Night and day. Every game that they've played at home and they've lost, it's been by less than 1 score.
What are you doing? Sinatra songs now?
less.
Night and day.
So on that point, I do like the Browns with the points, the 7.5. I know a lot of people are going to be on Baltimore. If you wait up until maybe another 10 minutes, you might get another point out of this, a half a point maybe. So, but anyways, all right, next we got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Denver Broncos. Chiefs are giving 4.5. Over under is 45.5. Chiefs are at negative 230. Broncos are at plus 190.
If you love hold on, I just want to state that if you love the Broncos here, I will take all your bets. I will take every single one of your bets. I'll be my own book, baby. I will take all your Broncos action this week. I'm not joking. You go to my Facebook, you go to my YouTube, and you put the money up against me, and I will double it. I'll take Kansas City all day long, and then I will take some of that money to buy tissues for your tears. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs to buck those Broncos. The defense is not as strong without Surtain. Bo Nix is fine. They're without their starting running back. They have Harvey. It's going to be a little bit under for the Chiefs game. Denver won't score 17. Well, it doesn't look like I have any takers, but
I do like the Chiefs here too. I don't think we really need to talk about it much. Denver is a strong team. We talked about this last week. Ryan Clark said it perfectly. They're the perfect team for ass games. I don't think this is going to be an ass game. I think they're playing a Chiefs team that their back is up against the wall, and they can't afford any slip ups. So
hey, do you guys love parlays?
Yes. Oh, I do.
Let's take the Bills and the Chiefs. Oh, they're the same this week. They're the same this week. They're the same this week. The Bills and the Chiefs, oh, they're on the same team. Can it be? It can.
Yes, Mike said it perfectly. Plus, it's a playoff game for Kansas City. Again, yes, you can't afford any slip-ups. So, I do like Kansas City.
4 minutes to go.
Next. Let's see here. We got the Detroit Lions at the Philadelphia Eagles. Detroit's getting 2.5. Over-under is 46.5. Detroit's at plus 130. Eagles are at negative 155 here.
You know what? I was thinking about taking the Detroit Lions in this pick. I thought the Detroit Lions because they've looked good and maybe,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of noise in Philadelphia. But since Mikey's in the room, give me those Eagles. You know what? I'll take them. I really believe that Philadelphia can get it done at home. Let's go. Fly, Eagles, fly. Because I think the universe sends me stuff. I haven't seen Mike in our chat for such a great time here. And I just think that that's telling me take those Eagles on the money line at home. Santa better not be there. We'll throw rocks at him. It's getting to be that time of year again. I know. But take all your anger out on Detroit first.
I echo the same thing as Jack just said. Love seeing Mikey here in the chat. It's good to see him. I love his trash talking. Jalen Phillips. I said that when the trade was made. I actually said that when the Niners were looking at him. The only thing that scares me is that he's very injury prone. When he is healthy, he's one of the best pass rushers in the league. But yeah, I love the Eagles here actually.
Awful. That's what it'll read in Philly newspaper.
Listen, they're playing up a very, very good Lions team. But I'm going to echo something that you said about 3 weeks ago about the Eagles. They play their best when there's drama. There's been drama for the last 2-3 weeks with this Eagles team with A.J. Brown. I think this is going to be a game that they come out. They're going to have to use A.J. more this week because, listen, they're playing a very good Lions team that can score at will. So they're going to need A.J. Brown. I think A.J. Brown's going to have a nice week this week. This is going to be a week that they're going to be beating on all cylinders, firing on all cylinders. You're going to see on offense. You're going to see it on defense. This is going to be a very, very good game. I do like the Eagles here.
All right, let's do it.
What else? I'm only on because I don't have to leave to the game till 2. All right. Well, anyways, we're glad that you're here. All right, that was the late game. Now we have the Monday night game. We got the Dallas Cowboys at the Las Vegas Raiders. Cowboys are giving 3.5. Over under is 49.5. Money line is -185 for the Cowboys, plus 154 for the Raiders. I don't know what to make of this game. The Dallas should win this game, and it shouldn't even be close. Raiders are a shell of what they should be or what they're going to be in the next couple years. They need to find their quarterback. Geno Smith is not that guy. I highly doubt even if he'll be there next year. I know he signed, I think, a 3-year deal, I think there. Yeah. So I don't see him being the starter. I agree with Mikey here. This is who gives a fuck bowl. It's one of those games. I'm going to take Dallas here, but I'm not taking them feeling comfortable because it's Dallas. Every time I give Dallas a sliver of credit, they ended up freaking boning me. So you know what? I'm not giving them any credit. They're garbage, but I think they're going to win this week.
Yeah, they'll probably win. But if you want to make some money, because we're trying to make some money, we're trying to spike Monday Night Football. I have a feeling that Dallas can win without doing a lot here, without showing a lot, without showing the league a lot. So I know everybody's like, "Oh, the defenses are terrible. Take the over." Don't do it. Don't. Take the under, and you'll thank me on Tuesday when you're still allowed to live in your house with your wife after I bet everything because they give up a lot. Don't do that. Don't take the over, Mike. Don't do it.
Vegas can't score. Vegas can't score. They have very few weapons. Even now that they traded away Jacoby. So therefore
you can score in Vegas with the concubines, but you cannot watch that football team score. Look up concubines. You'll laugh later.
You might not. But anyway.
Are we good?
Yeah. I like the Cowboys here. I don't think the Raiders had the chance. I'm probably 49.5. This could be a 30-17 game, and even then I don't think it's going to be that high scoring. So yeah, I'm going to take the under on this game. Sorry, Mikey.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta fly. We gotta get out of here. Just like those Eagles. 101. Games have begun. Games have begun.
Yes. Oh, they have. All right, guys. On that note, as always, guys, make sure you hop over to our channels. OldGamerGK, over to Fantasy Farm Sports. Like, subscribe, watch the videos. and be excellent to each other.